Hello everybody and welcome back to WonderCraft. How you guys doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's been way too long since I've done a WonderCraft episode, and that's not entirely my fault. It is definitely a majority of my fault, but not entirely this time. Um, so basically what had happened is I was recording a WonderCraft episode, and then one day on stream, my computer just stopped working. It hard crashed every, from 5 minutes to an hour. It would just hard crash and I couldn't do anything. And so I had to back up all the important stuff on that computer, send it back to the computer people, and then it took them a month to tell me it doesn't work. Whoa! It's almost like I told you that. And so then it took them another week to send me a new computer, which we are on right now, which hopefully will last me more than a year because the computer they gave me last time didn't even last me a year. It was like the year anniversary of when I got my computer is when I went back and actually purchased the new one with the money they gave me because it was still under warranty for the other computer. Well, I digress. That's gonna be... I keep thinking about, I don't want to talk about these problems in videos because nobody ultimately cares. But at the same time, when I look back at these YouTube videos, I want to remember, oh yeah, I remember when all that stupid stuff happened. So, unfortunately, one of the things was that we lost a lot of the recordings for... first, one of the problems is I don't even really remember what I did in between this episode and the last episode. And I don't... Sorry. And I lost a lot of the recordings or replays for building stuff like this thing right here, which you might be like, whoa, that wasn't here last time. Yeah. So, this was made a long time ago now, but this is my Thunderbolts tower. I'm a big fan of the movie Thunderbolts. And I built the Avengers Tower in a modded Minecraft world with my friends. And so I thought, I want to build it again, but this time Thunderbolts. So I took the schematic that I made, of the original thing that I made in the modded world, and redesigned it to be, black and gold, like Thunderbolts colors instead of white and blue and red and stuff. And then, we're going to fill these rooms at some point. You know me, I'm suck at interior design, but we're going to fill these rooms at some point. I listed the names of the different Thunderbolts that I'm going to fit in here. I don't have enough room for everybody, so John might just get an RV. And then, so our next sort of goal with this is I'm still working on the trial chamber stuff that I've been working on for like a year now. I was still working on that, but then so the new copper golems came out, and I've been wanting to work with the new copper golems, so this is what we did here. This is the basement area of the Thunderbolts Tower. It's where you kind of come in, and then I just added this part, right? Where we're going to have an elevator here. So we have this here, and then this is going to be a water elevator going up. And we're going to walk into this room. It's going to be a little lobby area kind of thing. And then this room here is going to be the incinerator from the movie's Thunderbolts, where they, no spoilers, but there's an incinerator scene. And I want to build this incinerator because I think it's cool. But then I'm probably not going to build this first, but I'm going to dig out another room here because there's going to be 4 doors. And this is going to be our new storage room that I want to work on, which is going to be completely powered by copper golems. So I'm pretty excited for that. If you guys want to see sort of my idea, I stole this design from someone and kind of put my own little twist / it's really his same twist. I'm gonna try and get his name so I'm gonna start putting, YouTubers that it's from Small Guy. I'm gonna start putting YouTubers that I steal ideas from. I'm gonna put a thing next to it, you know what I mean? Like a sign. But this is kind of the idea, is I accidentally ignore this chest in the side, because they can only access 10 chests, so we have 9 each. And then we put stuff in the chests. If it's in this copper chest, it activates this so they can access these chests. When it doesn't have anything in it, it closes so they can't access this copper chest anymore. And so they won't be working constantly, because if we don't have them blocked from the copper chest, they'll constantly be opening the chest. It'll be really annoying. So anytime it has items, it will work. And then my idea is going to be organizing chests in groups of, 9. And then we're going to have 6 chests for each set of item. And we're just going to have to figure out what I want to, like, organize together and, you know, figure out what I'm doing, basically. How I want to do this and what I'm going to do. And yeah, that's kind of the idea. I want to fill a big room and have it, like, organized. I say I want to organize every item in the game, but there's points to, like, I'm not going to organize, like, things that would make no sense to organize. Like, you'd want to organize blocks or maybe pickaxes or uh shovels, sure, like stuff like that. But I wouldn't want to organize totems of undying because I'm never gonna have totems of undying in a place. I don't really want to organize, like, there'll be certain things that maybe I don't organize as much. Like, maybe I'm not gonna organize like pale oak doors. I think I should have something for that, but I think the main thing we're gonna have to run through is I'm gonna want to make bundles, so like groups of things, because like spruce would all go together. There's no point in like putting a bunch of things randomly together, but I think there's a point where I'm gonna have to take things out of the chests I have now and just see what I have, because again, there's no point in like making a chest of pale oak doors if I've never housed a pale oak door before. And if at some point I do have an abundance of pale oak doors and different pale oak stuff, then absolutely, let's make some chests. There's also gonna be like a lot of um a lot of blocks like moss that I'm like I might have to put in its own separate chest. Like some things I might have an abundance, like cobble and dirt and things like that, that might not fit in just 6 chests. So we may have to not just do 9. We may have to do chests of multiple things. I don't know. We could do like double. I don't know. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. We're gonna have to do some trial and error. But that's kind of the idea I'm gonna do, is have these guys organize my chests for me, and just because I think it will make it easier and it'll make it fun and make it cool. And I like copper golems. I think that instead of making like an actual item sorter, this could be fun. I don't know if it's like more efficient to do it this way, and maybe I should do it a different way, but I think they gave us an item filter. Mob, I'm gonna use it. Oh yeah, these are just nothing. So yeah, there's been a lot going on since the last time I played Minecraft, and then there's also this really cool mod that I installed that you guys can't see because I have shaders on right now, but it's pretty neat. Uh, it's kind of revolutionary to an extent. I think it's a little funky. I don't know if they'll change anything about it. They probably will, but basically, let me turn off shaders, right? So basically, another thing that I've kind of gone into, let me fly, is this new mod that was made called Voxy. I thought my Elytra broke for a second. That was weird. It's called Voxy. It might be hard to see, but basically, it just like allows you to have insane render distance. And the way this works is it like has very like these are very low detailed images of pixels rather than actual blocks. And the way that it works is it loads only chunks that you've been in with Voxy. So it doesn't, like, obviously there's a bunch of like darkness out there that hasn't been loaded. I think it'd be cool if they had some sort of fog effect around so it doesn't always do that, but I understand if they maybe can't do that. Why is there a string floating there? Weird. But yeah, it's really cool because it basically you can see everything. Like, if to put this in perspective, right? So this is where we are right now. This is our main city. If I zoom in, you see that? That's pneumonia. That's where I built the giant sniffer, right? Is that not insane? That's the giant sniffer. That's like at least 1,000 blocks away from my house. That over there, that's where the deep dark is. That's where our giant mountain with the deep dark is. That's our old pixel art place right there. Right? Like, we can see it. That's Irontown, obviously. Not as far away, but if we, like... It feels so weird walking with this FOV. But that's, like, one of the oldest houses I made. When I thought... So, a little story about this world before I started making WonderCraft episodes is... I wanted to go exploring, and I don't even know if I started Irontown yet, but I was like, I'm going to go explore. I think I just had this at the time, just this area. And so I went, and I started exploring, and I got lost because I didn't write down my coordinates for my house. So I went basically like, well, I got to start over. I don't know where my house is. And so I built a house there. It's really funny looking at it now, considering that I almost gave up. What other stuff is around? This was like, that's like over where, past those mountains is loaded, but that's where the temple is. That's where our new pixel art project is. That's like 3,000 blocks away or something like that. Like, that's super far away. The distance 3,000 blocks is completely wrong. That's like 30,000 blocks or something. It's really far away. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's super far away. So like the fact that we can do this and like 60 FPS right now, right? Like 60 to 59 FPS is insane. It's such a cool mod. I really like it. I think it's a really cool concept for a mod and something that I feel like we should have gotten forever ago. Like, just being able to see your builds and things from hundreds and thousands blocks away. Like, let me see. Here's my video setting, Voxy. I'm rendering 2,048 chunks at a time. So that's like 2,048 times, I think chunks are 16 by 16. So like, think about that times 16. That's how many chunks I can load at a time. And it's not loading them like spawning mobs in them or anything. Like, that's also a big like reason why it's not like causing too much lag issues, probably, is because it's not loading like a ton of things. But rendering them is so cool. And like, just because we've built these like big buildings already, you just can see them from so far away. It's super nice. It doesn't work with my shaders right now. I think you need to get specific shaders that are compatible with Voxy to actually get it to work. But this is the only thing I don't like about Voxy, is that it like kind of doesn't, you have to, so it loads based on your render distance chunks, I believe. So it's loading the 18 chunks around me, but once they've been loaded, Voxy keeps them loaded. So I didn't obviously start this world with Voxy. Maybe if I started this world with Voxy, I'd have less of these issues. But that's the only thing I don't like about it. And not everything's going to be perfect. I would much rather take this than anything else. And I think it's just fun. I don't know if I'm going to use it like all the time, but it's a lot of fun. What is this guy doing out here? Nothing interesting? Alright. But that is just catching up with me a little bit. I don't really know what I want to work on this episode. I was thinking about doing a Minecraft series where I play with mods, if anybody's interested with that. I don't know how often I would record those, and I tried doing it before, and I kind of got, like, stressed about it, because I was like, oh, I don't want to, like... My mentality with a lot of Minecraft is, why should I play other worlds or servers when I could just be putting all of my effort into this one? But I kind of been wanting to play some mods recently, so we'll see how that goes. Definitely with this mod, Voxy, it makes moving around feel like it's so much quicker, because everything is there. When you're flying in like a void or like through a bunch of things and you can't see what's in front of you or what's coming up, I don't know. Maybe that's a metaphor for hope. Like, if you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, like, you're gonna keep going, but if you can't, you're gonna give up. But there's so many times where I'll be flying, especially in the Nether, and I'll just be like, oh my god, this is taking forever. This is so far away. And with the Voxy mod, I'm like, oh, it's right there. Like, I can see it. It's actually super close. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little catch-up section. I'm gonna probably maybe work on the incinerator slash storage room thing. I just gotta fight over what I want to do with the storage room because I kind of want to have it like sort every block, but I also don't want it to. I don't want it to like. I have to be the freaking copper golem right now, and I gotta go through and I gotta break down every single thing that I have. I gotta look at all of my blocks and go, what blocks are taking up the most space? Because I could see cobblestone taking up like 6 double chests of itself or something. That's what I really gotta do, is I gotta just sit down, I gotta organize all of these chests to be like, this is like how many cobblestone we have, how much snow we have, how much sand we have, etc. And then uh, we'll make copper golems for that. Heyo, so this is basically kind of what we got going right now. So we're in the under the vault, or under the towers, and right now this is what I got going. So we have I'm actually organizing blocks. Basically, so what I did end up figuring out is actually what I want to do. I want to take this. I want to put this in each one of these. So I was organizing some of my chests that I have, and I noticed that we had a lot of stone. So I think I'm going to do 18 chests of stone, of just pure stone. I'm going to like organize all the stuff that I think we have a ton of, and then we'll figure it out. Figure out where everything else goes, but this is kind of the idea I have going on, and you can sort of see it making its way down, and then once we get to an ending point, it will go into some sort of overflow chest system. I think it probably would be easier if I just used hoppers and like item sorters and stuff, or not easier, but maybe more efficient. But this is kind of the idea I've fallen in love with, and you know, worst case scenario, I have to just make a new storage system at some point. But this is kind of the idea I got. There's 4 copper golems in each spot here. So right now, they're going to be sorting everything from this shulker slowly. And then at some point, they'll find a home for each item. They already reached these guys here with some andesite, so andesite's going to be sorted over there. I'll figure out what I want slash where I want to put things, as well as we see more things come, because I think this is what's going to end up happening, sort of what I've come to the conclusion of, is that I think, I need to actually check, I need to check another thing while I'm talking, but I think maybe something we might want to try and do is, so something I'm gonna do is, like, stone can take up a ton of space. So stone itself will be bundled by itself in multiple chests, where things like stone stairs we're not gonna have a ton of, like stone slabs, etc. Those are the things we're gonna have to bundle together, or we're going to bundle together. We don't have to. What the hell? Ah, here we are. I want to test. I'm also, like, need a better system for, like, how to get up here and where to place stuff, but I want to test. Oop. Oh, that's wrong. I want to test. Is, like, this faster? I don't know if this is faster. I feel like this isn't, but I think it's only faster if you, like, drop blocks at it. That's something I'm gonna have to research, I think, or pay attention to, but we'll have this stuff organized at some point. And yeah, it's pretty cool overall. Like, diorite's going in there, there's coal ore in there, andesite's in there. So everything will be separated into its own chest, and if we start seeing like a lot of overflow of a specific item, maybe we... Because I don't even think, like, we could probably put andesite, diorite, and granite in all of its own, or granite in all of its own areas, because they're probably not going to take up 9 chests. So it's going to be a little bit of just, like, trial and error, trying to figure out what we want. And then I would like to do it also on this side as well. I'm thinking of maybe having it go looping around in some way. I don't know if it's going to become way too much, but we'll see. Because I would like to be able to sort like all of our items here just without having to do anything. I could see it being annoying if it's... Like, because I'm pretty sure we're going to have to be in... Either way, for any item sorter, we'll have to be in the chunks to organize it, but I could see an issue being, like, we have to be here, so that's why I wanted to build it under the Thunderbolts Tower, because I'm thinking the Thunderbolts Tower is going to become my new house. This is what I'm thinking as well, is this storage room is going to be here. Maybe it wraps around here, maybe it wraps around here, but I'd like... So there's that door there. We're going to make another door here, another door here. And I'm thinking maybe that door is going to be like a super smelter area, and then this door maybe is something else, like maybe a redstone room or something. Like, I want to build these rooms to be stuff, and then this is just going to be, like, as accurate as I can to the incinerator room. We don't really have, like, an overflow chest. The only overflow chest we have right now is going to be this. That's where everything's going to end up if they don't fit in things. Hi, I'm back. So, yes, this is much faster than a regular hopper. To an extent, if you can see. Much faster. But, okay, no, it's just not... It's not going into this chest. So I don't think I can do it on the chest itself. I think we still have to do it on a hopper. Which makes sense, I guess. This is probably going to suck to push back on. If we can even possibly push it back on. Let me try... Hope I didn't lose that shulker. Either way, it's going to show up. Oh, it's going to show up in the overflow bin or somewhere. It's going to show up somewhere. Let's try going here. Yeah, I think we're... have to break that, fortunately. Where did that go? Did I pick it up? No. Come on. I just lost that one as well. That's annoying. They probably picked it up. We'll get back to it. But yeah, it is quite quick at emptying things. It's just it needs to go somewhere. Yeah, we'll have to... I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to study that a little bit more. Every time I close my recording software, the more I, like, start learning stuff. So apparently this is, like, a thing. Like, look at this. This is crazy. I don't... Oh, wait. Well, okay, so it does, like, 2 at a time now. Instead of that. So let's... I feel like I'm a monkey learning frickin' stone tools to probably some of you people. You people. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see. How does this work? Can I, like... Okay, if I take... You're gonna get sucked in there, aren't you? There you go. If I take this and, like, move it to the center of 4 shulkers, that works. Okay, but then how does... Can I come off here? There it goes. So... Cool. That's pretty nice. So if I have it in the center of 4, I can do that. I could probably, like, even do 8, if you think about it. Because you could do, like, maybe, because this, like, maybe I could have another one, like, or maybe just 2 more. I don't know. I feel like you could have another If you have another minecart, you could probably do some stuff. But that's probably getting in territory beyond my comprehension. And I don't even know if it's, like, positive to put these two into each other. Oh. Okay. I think it's just taking some time there. Sweet. And those aren't needing... These aren't needed to be sorted. Ooh. Has it made all the way to the end yet? No. This is... This would be stone, stone, and then this is coal, andesite, dirt, the other shulker box. Oh, there's the minecart. The only thing about this that would suck is losing the shulker box, like, every time. And there's definitely people who have, like, solved that issue. That doesn't go there. And we'll have to find the correct spot. I like how it's like, that doesn't go there, but, like, when I break it, that's where it goes. Okay, this one? No, it must be the one next to it. Let's do this one. There. Gotta fall in the back one, right? No? Oh, this one just didn't even go in. Cool, so it's this block here is what we're looking at. Let me put an iron block there, just so I remember where I can put my stuff. Ugh. Sweet. Okay, back to playing around with things. Okay, well, after one long, very frustrating journey, this is kind of where I'm at. So... Copper golems aren't really good for sorting a lot of items, so... I kind of just went back to the idea of using a regular item filter. And even this is probably not the best way to do an item filter for, like, every block in the game. And I don't even know if I want to do every block in the game. I think I'm just gonna, like, get all of one block and organize them to what I have, except, like... So, for instance, we have stone here. We'll, like, put stone here and then all the stone attributments, like stairs, etc. Yeah, I just don't really know. I know there's ways to, like, organize things with hoppers as well, so I could have, like, all the stone fixtures in here, but I just really don't want to have to worry about that. So we ended up digging a lot further down, so I didn't, because I was gonna build up, and then I was like, I have everything set up here. It's really frustrating, so this is kind of what we got going on in the back rooms anyways. This is just the item filter. We got a bunch of different hoppers set up for when we want to load in items. And then as you can see and probably hear a little bit, you can see these guys are sorting through stuff right now. You might be like, why the heck? Oh no. I don't know. Something with this, like, I don't want to touch any blocks with this because for some reason this thing, like, these are really finicky. I kept putting, like, blocks here and stuff to, like, climb up and things, and it kept, like, breaking it. I genuinely have no idea, so we gotta just, like, sneak under. But you might be wondering why I have copper golems still working for me if I say copper golems are annoying. It's because I don't want to have to worry about shulker boxes. So we have our item deposit here. This is where our shulkers will be put in. They're going to sort all the items from that chest. So it might... Part of me is like, yes, this is slower, but also the hoppers are taking one block at a time or one, like, thing at a time. So it's not as if they're them putting a stack in at a time. So they put things directly into the system. Them putting it a stack at a time, there's 4 of them. Doesn't really slow down the process. It honestly might even, like, make the process more consistent. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So these guys are collecting all that, and then we'll organize. Hopefully, we'll get our shulker box at some point back. But yeah, this is basically what we got. And if they hand me my shulker box back, I will gladly show you everything that works. That's the only negative part about it is it takes forever for the shulker boxes. But the idea is not for us to be waiting for everything to be sorted. The idea is to fill these in with things that we just need sorted and then walk away and then pick up the shulker box for later is my idea. I'm thinking we're going to dig this all the way out, go across, even some on this side. And then I do think I'm going to keep some of these copper golems down here for right now. So we have a bunch of these copper golems that we used for others, or that we originally tried to use. I think we're going to keep these guys because I do think that copper golems have their purpose in a storage room, and that's for books, and that's for swords, tools, what have you. Because if we, go through an end area, like an end city, and we fill our shulker boxes with diamond swords, we want them to be able to sort these in a way that makes sense. Part of me thinks I also should maybe put more copper golems here just to make things move faster, but with how difficult it was to set all this up, I kind of just accept it. We got still a ton of cobblestone here loading in. We're getting, I think, towards the end. We'll see. We'll see if I put more copper golems in here, because maybe having it do 2 stacks at a time would be nice. Maybe not. They kind of scoop it up faster than it can do, so it's just when they start searching. I guess that could be also a thing, is like have it fill up and then they pick up the max. Like have it pick up the max. If I were to optimize this in a way that would make sense. There you go. Yeah, so I don't think it's too bad, honestly. You guys can let me know your opinions. I always refer to myself as like, I feel like this is kind of a rude way to say it, and maybe is a little boisterous of me, myself, but I like to consider myself, like, if you ever look at someone on Instagram, a lot of the times there's, like, those Instagram models that are just, like, very, like, their life is so perfect, they just show all their, how perfect they are and amazing, and it makes people feel bad. I'm, like, the opposite of that. I feel like, for Minecraft people, I'm like, look at how badly I've made this somehow. Like, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. So, like, my stuff's never gonna be perfect. I don't necessarily want everything to be perfect, but this is just kind of what we've been working on. But yeah, we're gonna scoop up. So this, I'll get you guys a little rundown on what we do. So we'll put on how this works. Or, I mean, you guys just saw it, but we'll do one more little test. Is you just put the shulker there, and the shulker gets picked up by the hopper minecart, which is connected to 4 hoppers, so it's 4 times speed. And then copper golems gets it. When items are in the copper chest, the trapdoor opens so that they can access the chest. If it was not open, they would not be able to access the chest, just so we don't hear them searching every 20 seconds. And then the items come through here. There's item filters where I just name them a bunch of different things. So that they'll come through here. Since this cobblestone doesn't go into here, it doesn't go down into the stone. So it goes down into the cobblestone area and will get filtered in. So you need 44 items and then 1 item that you want filtered here. My idea is I'm just gonna like organize my stuff to be... I'm gonna organize my stuff a little bit where I'll be like maybe I'll change this cobblestone to like stone stairs and do all the stone fixtures. But also, I think that for items that I don't care where they're necessarily sorted, which I don't know if there really is any, um, I might just put a shulker and have them auto sort because it's just gonna fill. If we put one item in here, like if we put a hopper, that becomes a hopper now. So if we put a bunch of hoppers and there's no hopper slot, it's just gonna fit there and then start filtering at that point. But we'll see. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I want or what I want to do for everything, but I kind of like every item being filtered separately. I don't know. We're gonna have to see because I feel like this is so much work for all the items, but I think it's gonna be also just nice in the long run. And then it's just really building everything and organizing. I think the worst part is I have to organize everything so I can organize my things. That's like the worst part about this. Um, but yeah, I think that's gonna be WonderCraft for this episode. I hope you guys enjoy. This wasn't the most exciting thing, but I wanted to get at least one more WonderCraft before the end of the year done, because I think I said I want to get this out before Christmas at the beginning of the episode, but that's just not gonna happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the new year. Bye. See you guys.